Listen up. If you want to just ask questions, you can ask me to pause training. Otherwise, the chapters are 1. History of the base. 2. Recruit training. 3. Navy food. 4. The waves. 5. USS Recruit. 6. USS San Diego. 7. Ships and subs. And 8. Emergencies. Which chapter do you want?
Number 1.
This year is the 100-year anniversary of the Navy here in San Diego. Back then, San Diego had a shallow, marshy bay, but local leaders had a dream of becoming a major port that included a major Navy base. Trouble was, Los Angeles and San Francisco were also competing to be the location for the Navy. To help impress investors in the Navy, local leaders created the 1950 Panama, California Exposition Balboa Park. You can still see many of the exposition buildings at the park today. In 1917, the exposition ended, and the Navy took over, making it San Diego's first Navy base. Shall I go on?
Yes, please.
The Navy had a lot of work to do and began to dredge the base so that larger ships could be berthed. They also decided to begin building a new base at Point Loma in 1921, which they moved into in 1923, calling it the Destroyer Base. When the U.S. entered World War II, the base became the U.S. Repair Base, San Diego. Sailors heading off to fight the Japanese in the Pacific often started their journey in San Diego. They then returned for shore leave or to get their ships repaired. During World War II, the base housed up to 33,000 men, of whom 25,000 were recruits. After World War II, the base was renamed Naval Station San Diego. By the time of the Korean War, the base population reached 40,000. In the 60s, the base was expanded several times to support the Vietnam War. By the early 90s, San Diego had become home to more than 1/6 of the Navy's entire fleet. San Diego had more than a dozen major military installations, accounting for nearly 20% of the local economy, with more than 133,000 uniformed personnel and another 30,000 civilians rely on the military for their livelihood. In 1993, the Cold War was over, so the base located at Point Loma was closed and it became Liberty Station. Today, the Navy is California's largest employer. How about a joke? Why are there no Jedi in the Navy? Because sailing is a path to the dark side. Did you like that one? That completes this chapter. Listen up. If you want to just ask questions, you can ask me to pause training. Otherwise, the chapters are 1. History of the base. 2. Recruit training. 3. Navy food. 4. The waves. 5. USS Recruit. 6. USS San Diego. 7. Ships and subs. And 8. Emergencies. Which chapter do you want?